This match is a good example of how to hurt people you don't like on Call of Duty. You've heard me talk before about how above all else I prioritize causing pain in basically anyone I can online. Like, if there was friendly fire, I would shoot the fuck out of my teammates and laugh in their faces because I am so filled with rage and hate and animosity towards everyone who plays this game, because so many terrible things have happened to me on Call of Duty caused by so many shitty people who laughed in my face afterwards. What sticks in my mind most clearly is this time I was playing Search and Destroy on Black Ops 1 on Hanoi. You know, I was having a good game too, and this kid had his mic plugged in. He was just sort of casually talking to one of his other buddies, you know. Everyone having a good time, just playing some Call of Duty, and then the round starts, and he's like, hey, hold on a second. And he fucking shoots this explosive barrel as I'm walking by. It's like 5 feet away from where I spawned, first 10 seconds of the round. It kills me because it doesn't count as friendly fire, and then he and his buddy were laughing about it afterwards, and I never got any form of revenge on that guy. And like, that's just the moment that sticks most clearly in my mind, but there have been 1,000 moments just like it. Particularly in Halo, where the developers, after all this time, are still too fucking stupid to take out friendly fire, and people get so butthurt if you get to the sniper first or whatever, and they fucking kill you for it. Those are the things I think of when I think of online gaming. It's just blind hate and rage. And I remember, before that barrel exploded, I was sort of an honorable guy. Like, I wouldn't use the 74U or the FAMAS because I thought they were OP, and I was making some sort of online political statement, I guess. But after that barrel, I was just consumed by hate. I just want to watch the world burn because that is what I enjoy now. I am the monster that fucking assholes reveling in the online anonymity. I can't pronounce that word. Being anonymous online. I am the monster that those assholes have created. If they brought back one-man army Danger Close, I would use the shit out of it just to make people angry. Sometimes I fantasized about having an invincibility hack, and I would just run around all day trolling the shit out of people, and I'd get permabanned and shit, but it would be worth it. So worth it. But as far as fighting fair goes, what you see here is a good way to hurt people's psychological well-being. Shotguns piss people off. That's a fact. And they say it's because shotties are OP, but I don't think it's fair to call a shotgun OP, because even if you're using the Remington, you still have to have a serious amount of skill when it comes to maneuvering the map. Like, yeah, that Remington is unstoppable, not even worth competing with at a 10-foot range. But how many lines of sight in this game are at 10 feet or less? Hijacked is a great shotty map because it's like one of the smallest maps, and it was designed just for shotties. But every other map, the shotgun will be at a huge disadvantage as compared to the SMG. Like, even on Standoff, which I consider the best shoddy map behind Hijacked, the Remington is only going to be effective inside or directly outside of the buildings on the map, which is like half the map. But to travel from building to building, they still have to run outside, where they are basically defenseless against 90% of the weapons in this game if they run into a bad guy. Nuketown as well. People always automatically assume that Nuketown is a shoddy map because it's so small, but what you have to realize is just because it's a small map doesn't mean it's a good map for shotties. What you have to pay attention to is the length of the lines of sight. Nuketown has pretty long lines of sight. From one backyard to the other backyard, the windows, even the houses are exposed to long lines of sight from outside, through the doors and the windows, not to mention you can shoot through the walls. And so what separates a strong shotgun player from a weak one is the ability to travel around a map safely and control the engagement so that you are meeting your opponents at 10 feet or less. Now, shotguns were overpowered in Modern Warfare 2, when I would camp with a Scar H, and anytime somebody got close I could whip out the AA-12 as a secondary, but that was a long time ago. People just call shotguns OP, but the real reason shotguns piss people off is because when you get killed by one, you feel helpless. Because if you are within their effective range, even if you land the first couple of bullets, you are dead, and the kill is so instantaneous. It just makes you feel like there was nothing you could do. People hate feeling helpless, and this is true for tactical grenades as well. Like, dying because you are shock charged or concussed, that makes people very angry as well. When someone gets stuck on something stupid like a barrel as they are trying to run from cover, that makes them angry as well. When you feel helpless, or maybe a better word is defenseless, it's like feeling cheated, because it's like they didn't have a chance to fight back, and that's what makes one-hit kill weapons in general aggravating to people. And so anytime I'm on Hijacked, I bust out the shoddy, and I smile, Because it's like, yeah, I'm about to piss some kids off. On hijack, the shotgun will have the advantage on about 70% of the map, 100% if you know how to take advantage of certain pieces of cover. And you can just one-shot kids left and right, and a good way to notice if you are pissing people off is they will start actively seeking to revenge kill you, and you can notice just by how frequently you're killing the same person in the same area. And when they come for the revenge kill and die again, then you are truly ruining somebody's day. Also, pay attention to the enemy's weapons. If you see more and more enemies switching to shotguns, that means you are succeeding in getting inside their head. And you'll notice everything else in this kit is designed to make people feel helpless as well. The UAV and the counter UAV is a good way to just demoralize an enemy. When they realize they're on radar, a lot of the time, most of the time, they'll just feel nervous, right? Like they're going to get shit on from anywhere, anytime. And what pisses them off even more is when that actually does happen. The counter UAV throws them out of their comfort zone, and at first they don't really care, like, okay, I lost my UAV for 30 seconds, no big deal. But if you can keep that counter UAV up, like I do in this match, eventually it will start to really bother them. Like, man, I really would like to see my radar right now, dude, what the fuck? And that, combined with the UAV, if they are put up enough, and in this match I think I have them up like permanently, it's enough to make them rage quit even without killing them. Now, the Hunter-Killer is also an exceptionally valuable tool in psychological warfare, because every death by Hunter-Killer not only makes the victim feel helpless, like there was nothing they could do to defend against it, but also very, very unlucky. Like, why me? Why is it fucking me every time? There are 5 other people on the map, but it chose to kill me, and you know what? You put several Hunter-Killers up in a match, motherfuckers is rage quitting left and right, making a win for you that much easier. Now, of course, there will always be psychologically invincible kids who still have a blast going 5 and 30. Those are the 10-year-olds who really do not give a fuck. But this setup you see me using here is going to mind-fuck the shit out of a lot of people, and a person who is angry and depressed will play like shit until they rage quit, which is infinitely valuable to the imposing team, which includes you. This is Batman, signing out.